Well, guys, you can imagine, like I said earlier, we had a little bit of a technical wardrobe there, a little Janet Jackson, if you know what I mean. But so we tried going live on the laptop, and it wasn't working as well as we thought it would. Um, yeah. Let's just get this. So, just doing a little dethatching. As you can see, little piles here behind me. I'm just raking that stuff up. So, there are a couple of options here. So, it's either we pull out the old rake and we do it the old-fashioned way and get some elbow grease into it, or the other option is I could pull out the lawnmower, which has a bagging system, and it will just pick this stuff up. Now, I'm just opting
one person watching, which is me. Just give it a minute. Yeah, just give it a minute. Just give it a minute.
All right. Let me just go back to my tissue.
I almost have to go inside because this doesn't pick up. Oh my God. What a disgusting. Do you want to take a break and let people find you back? Because there's nobody there. They're just wondering where you went. Take a little break if you like.
Oh, where'd everybody go? Where'd everybody go?
We started back, so.
All right.
The trouble is there's a little dead spot. But
this is, I wonder if this thing here, let's get this, try and use this thing here and see if we can prop it up. Prop it up a little. Prop it up a lot. Let's use this thing here. Look at that. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So who do we have there? Where'd everybody go? Where'd everybody go? Go, go. Where'd everybody go? Go. Just having a good time all by myself.
where's your phone?
Maybe the raccoon got hurt in the tree somewhere. Azealia and Nadia are going home. You're going home. Oh, you're on live?
Sure.
They're going home, and everyone's going home.
Yeah, that's okay.
Look,
Those are just the
you're on
plans
live.
I
Say hi.
planted today, but that's
Say hi to live. No? All right. Hi, live. Yo, what if I was a YouTuber? What is up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. We're gonna have good content for you. We're cooking, we're gardening, we're taking care of the lawn, we're doing everything. Come on down and see what we got to offer. We got rakes. We got rakes. Probably got it on sale at Canadian Tire. We got everything you need. Come on down and learn how to take care and manicure your lawn to look like the most pristine golf course you've ever seen in your life. I'm a YouTuber.
Did somebody say golf course?
LilWayne.com.
Wait, can you?
You guys can see, I'm just doing this the old-fashioned way. Now, I could certainly go about using the lawnmower or using the rake to rake it up more, but I'm doing the old-fashioned way. Just get my hands dirty, get my hands in there, got my rake, and we just got to pick this stuff up. Hey, get off. You walking in my pile? Marco. Now, if you think there's a lot of thatch, a lot of pine cones and needles, there really are, but I'm gonna keep working at it.
I think I can help him lift some of these grass clippings. I'm having an issue with my knee at the moment, but I'll give a hand.
Just went to get another bag to start helping load the bag all this clippings up. But if you guys just join us, we're just dethatching the lawn at the moment, and we've got through a couple of times before we had some technical difficulties with the Wi-Fi kind of chipping in and out. So the whole idea here, and if you're unsure what a dethatcher is, it's kind of like just imagine a rake on steroids. Okay, because this thing really gets deep down and rakes up all the loose impediments and all the pine needles, pine cones, and all that stuff that's sitting back there. So we're just picking it all up.
Are you not gonna run the mower over it to pick
I'm
up?
gonna have to detach it again.
Yeah. And then you're gonna run the mower?
Yeah, after that. Right, so I want to pick some of
Because
the
my
steady
knee,
stuff.
my knee's not gonna allow me to keep doing this. Right, guys? Okay.
The old lady's knee's not working.
Ugh. So basically, guys, this is something that he does at the beginning of every summer or spring, beginning of the lawn care season, before he puts the seeds down. So I'm just gonna take a seat because I don't know who I'm fooling with this knee. So he runs the dethatcher over a couple times, and I guess he didn't bring the lawnmower out, but you really can just bring the lawnmower out and pass the lawnmower after you pass the dethatcher, and the lawnmower will pull up all of the loose grass that's there.
You can also bag it too.
Yeah, it'll pull it up and bag it. So he's gonna do it again. The things you have to do to have a decent looking lawn out here.
But my understanding as well is that you can actually purchase a dethatcher that's got a bag attached to it. But the way I understand this is that the bag is so shallow that you've got to stop like every couple of minutes and change the bag. So I much prefer to do it this way and get my lawnmower, run it over it, and get the impediments to be piled and picked up in those.
All right, so we're gonna get this first batch up, and he's gonna run the dethatcher so that you can see it again, guys. All right, I think that's about the extent of my assistance there. Oh. So he's just getting ready to get the dethatcher out again. It's gonna be a little noisy, but the dethatcher acts like an electronic rake. it has tines underneath there, and it really gets into the grass and digs it all up and gets all that dead grass and all the sediment, all the grass that's settled over the winter. It almost allows your grass to breathe.
And you can also see right now the amount. I've got 2 full bags, and you're gonna see once I pass it. Once I pass this over, I've got 2.
Show them what it looks like.
Let me get that.
I know. Just take some out your hand, Dave.
Oh,
Take some out your hand.
Okay, that's the stuff that's coming up.
Let me just bring them in a little closer. They can see what it looks like.
Looks like straw almost.
See?
Okay, all that stuff's been sitting on your grass.
And it,
Okay, and it prevents. What it does again, it prevents the grass seed or the fertilizer that you're putting on your grass in order to grow and develop it from reaching the soil. So there's no contact with the soil because all that grass seed and fertilizer just sits on top of that stuff.
Yeah.
All right, now you see how much I've got. I'm going to run the dethatcher again, and you're going to see that I could probably collect another 2 bags. Okay, here we go.
all of this stuff. See, this is the side here that hasn't had the dethatching, and this is the side that has. You can see the difference.
guys to take note that even though I've done a couple of pass through the lawn, and I've got 2 bags already, I'm almost prepared to rake this up and pick up another 2 bags. So you can imagine the amount of loose impediment and grass, leftover grass from last season has been sitting on there. So just picture this. I've now laid out all my grass seeds and my fertilizer, and all that grass seeds and fertilizer is just going to sit on top of all that loose, dead impediment and grass that's underneath there. None of which is ever going to touch the soil. None of which is ever going to germinate. It's never going to grow. And then you sit back and you wonder, well, I've just spread a whole lot of grass seeds and fertilizer. Why is it that I get 0 growth? That's exactly why. You gotta go out and get yourself a dethatcher, and we will have the link in the description. This is a Greenwork dethatcher. I paid less than $200 for this on Amazon, and it's absolutely amazing. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna pull out my lawnmower, and the first time I did a rake, picked up a couple of bags. Now I'm gonna run my lawnmower over it with a bag attached, and
It's not sponsored.
and it's not sponsored. Absolutely. Okay. Let me, at this. Just picking up all that stuff. Rachel, I just decided to rake it all up. Now I'm using the lawnmower to pick up some of these things with the bag attached.
I think this was better down here. Yeah, because this is too high. Let's get a better view. Yeah, I like this view better because you can see the grass more of what you're doing. got the Avid Camper and you got Farming on the Rocks.
Hey, welcome Avid Camper and Farming on the Rocks. Welcome to Nino and Lo. Just dethatching my grass, picking up all the loose impediments that are on top, and you can only imagine just, trying to reseed, fertilize with all this nonsense sitting on there. I've got pretty much 2 full bags of this stuff. Okay, that stuff sitting down there, it's just not good. It's great in the sense that it energizes and gives back energy and fertilizer back to the grass, but that's just way too much. The grass just cannot break this down. It's way too much. So we're just gonna remove some of it, and as I'm doing right now, I'm just passing my lawnmower over top just to pick up all the other stuff that's there, because my elbow's getting a little sore from all that raking. So the hell with the manual thing, I'm using the lawnmower. Just gonna make one more pass. Let's make pass here. Little bit that I've got in here. So just imagine, this is just the front, and I've only done half of the front. Still got the other side to do. Not going to tackle that until tomorrow, and I still got the backyard to do, which is a good size. So it's going to take me a bit. It's not? Okay.
I don't know what it's doing. Oh, it's back. Okay, you're back.
So I've got the, what we got here? We got a nice bag of grass seed here. Got up from Costco, and I'm going to be laying this down. I've also got a bag of fertilizer. Just grabbed that from the car. I've been sitting in the car now for about a month.
You're not doing that today, are you?
No, we're just waiting for get some good weather tomorrow. Hopefully we
Okay.
get some good weather tomorrow. We'll lay it down.
But you guys can see, at least you can see all of the, but in a couple days, this will be gorgeous. All the pine cones that tree.
I've got my 40-pound bag of fertilizer here that I'm also going to lay this down once I get the grass seeds down. But believe me, I got to get all that stuff up off the grass before I can start treating it and getting it ready to bloom and to be absolutely gorgeous in the summer. But if I am to say anything though, you gotta put in the work. Once you put in the work, you're gonna get the result. And I hope you guys are with me. When the grass is in full form, it's gonna look like some of your best golf courses you've ever seen. It's gonna be absolutely terrific. All right, so stick with me throughout the summer. You'll see the full result of all the hard work, that I'm putting in.
So are you gonna talk to your peeps, or what do you want to do?
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys can see all the hard work that I put in there with the dethatching. Ran the dethatcher a couple of times. I could even run it a third time if need be, because there's a lot of stuff sitting down there, dead grass, pine cone, pine needles, all from last year. And I'm telling you this though, that by not getting rid of that stuff, it really can cause your grass to underdevelop. You could start causing diseases to your grass. I'll tell you one thing I discovered today is that there are moles trying to trample through my grass. And what I did, what I did was I went out and got myself a bottle of castor oil. And believe it or not, you start seeing moles in your grass. You get some castor oil, 3 parts castor oil to 1 part liquid detergent. We're talking about dishwashing soap here. And then with that, you take once you get that mixture together, 3 part to 1 part, you get that mixture, and for every 2 tablespoons, you can put up to 1 gallon of water in a container and just flood those mole holes. Flood those holes with the water. It won't kill them, but what it will do is it will deter them. They don't like the smell, and they don't like, what it does to their environment, but it will not kill them. It will deter them, and it will chase them off, and they can go to someone else's yard and cause damage, because guess what? You're not interested in them. You don't want them around, so they need to go. So in saying that, we have to ensure that we put in the work when it comes to our grass, the treating of our grass, ensure that it's healthy, it grows healthy, and that it develops. Just gonna flip you around here to give you a little. I'm just sitting on my porch, just taking a look, and you can see now, you see a lot of brown spots there, which is okay. This is, it's a spring. We're going to be getting a lot of rain. So once we get the grass seeds down as well as the fertilizer, you're going to be surprised to see how this looks, in maybe another month. You're going to be absolutely amazed. So we're going to come back and revisit. As you can see, the patch across the way there next to the vehicle, that has not yet been done. So we're going to be doing that probably tomorrow. And I'm also going to try to tackle the backyard tomorrow. Once I do that, then you'll see the full-fledged, you'll see the full growth. Once our garden is up, the lawn's up, you're going to just see complete beautification. So that being said, it's been a painstaking, back-breaking work to be able to do this. It's been an absolute pleasure having you with me, sticking around as I go through this process of dethatching my lawn, and I'm going to be doing the treatment tomorrow. So nice having you guys out. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you again. So enjoy the rest of your day.